Alright y'all, we're back with another Tower God New World video. So today we're going to be covering Higher Ranker Arena. So if you're familiar with normal arena, and then if you've gotten far enough, like you've cleared stage 9-20 and you unlock the Ranker Arena. Basically the purpose of Ranker Arena is ranking high, so that way you could get into the High Ranker Arena. Of course you could get, your coins as well, your arena coins from Ranker Arena. But this is basically going to be a whole like mode for the top players, basically the ones who are going to be competing hard, building the best teams and whatnot. So today we're going to be covering it and going over what exactly is it before the season actually begins. So High Rank Arena is available to the top ranked players in the Ranked Arena. Yeah, we already went over that. And it's unlocked when you beat stage 9-20, so very similar to the Rank Arena. So you already have it unlocked, you just have to wait till the season starts. You set a defense formation in High Rank Arena to participate. So you set Team 1, Team 2, Team 3, Team 4, Team 5, Team 6, Team 7. Surely I hope that it isn't actually having 7 teams. That would actually be insane. But just judging by the picture right here, it looks like it. You see Team 1 has 1 teammate, and then Team 2 it has 2, and then Team 3 has 3, and then Team 4 has 4. So that's actually going to be kind of very interesting. So I've never really seen a game do, arena like this. During the set team period, you can freely modify your defense formation. So you have a set period. So they blurred it out right here, but you have a set period where you could put all your teams, and then you have your actual period where it begins and you choose your enemies and fight whoever. You're not allowed to add the same teammate to multiple formations. So once you use one teammate in, like, let's say Team 1, you can't use them in Team 4 or even Team 7. So you have to choose your characters wisely and see who's more suited for a 1-on-1, more suited in the 2-on-2 and whatnot. You are not allowed to add the same teammate to multiple formations, and restricted teammates cannot be placed on the team. Okay, we already went over that. Not setting up your team defense formation will result in automatic defeat. The battle will not take place. So you need to make sure that all your teams are set up with characters, because if not, if it's empty and they fight that team is completely wiped. That's it. They just take an auto win. So make sure that they're set up. So you can see right here, it has your little setup to set your teams. And then it shows how much time is remaining to set teams. And then I'm pretty sure over here, this is how long the actual season lasts. See, you have a round of 64, round of 8, and your waiting room, and then your qualifiers. So you'll be in your qualifiers to see who's going to be into the top 64, I believe. This is round of 64, maybe it's 32 players. I'm not really sure, we'll see. But moving on. With the qualifier rounds, the High Ranker Arena competition consists of qualifier rounds and main competition. They have 4 wins, 0 losses. They have like the most points out of their qualifiers. And then once you're in the qualifiers, you'll begin over here in different sections, in different groups. And then you'll be competing to, get into a round of 8. 5 people in the same group will compete against each other for the top position in the group. Based on the points earned in the competition, the top player in the qualifiers will advance to the main competition, round of 64. So everybody in the qualifiers will be competing to just get into the top of the 64 rounds. If 2 players achieve the same score in the qualifiers, then the one with the higher combat power will be the victor. And you have the main competition, which is on the right hand side. The main competition will take place in a tournament format, and then every region's competition will run a round of 64, then 32, then round of 16, then round of 8, and then round of 4, and then the finals. The player with the most victory wins and advances to the next round. I mean, if it wasn't obvious. And then after the match is over, tap the 111 button, or maybe it's like 3 times. I'm not really sure what that even means, to see details about the battle. Alright. Battles take place automatically for both the qualifier and the main competition. So it is not possible to use the controls. All participants have the same Shinsu League grade and level applied. Okay, so it's going to be like very fair. It's going to be very fair. Like everybody's link grade will be the same, and so will the levels also be the same. I think the only thing that won't be the same is your teammates' growth, equipment, and buffs. So basically, how many dupes you have, what kind of equips you have, that's going to be very important when you're trying to rank very high. Right, here's your victory points criteria. It's compete using each one of your teams and earn points for winning. In the event draw, the winner will be decided based on the total HP remaining for each team, sum of every surviving teammate's HP. So more points, the more teams that on your side basically win. If the HP sum is the same for both teams, the team with the highest combat power wins, and the regular with the highest victory point total will become the final winner. So number of teammates per team, of course, this is Team 1, Team 2, Team 3, Team 4, Team 5, Team 6, Team 7. Regulars are not eligible to participate in the high ranker arena, can participate by using coins. So it's kind of like a gamba, gamba, you bet coins, whatever. You cheer for who you think's gonna win. And cheering matches are assigned automatically following criteria below. If a member of your alliance is participating in your region, you will be assigned to cheer for the match your alliance member is in. If more than one alliance member is participating in your region, you will be assigned to cheer for the match with the fewest cheers among the ones of your alliance members are in. If none of your alliance members are participating, you will be assigned to cheer for the match with the fewest cheering participants. Fair enough. High rank arena participants can only cheer for themselves. They are not allowed to cheer for other players. So the ones who will be qualified for the round of 64 and round of 8 and whatnot, they can only cheer for themselves, nobody else. However, if you are defeated in round of 64, then after, for round of 64, round of 32 and all that, and round of 8, then you're able to cheer for other regulars. You can change the regular you want to cheer for before the main competition begins. Cheering is not possible if you don't have the required amount of coins, so you need to have a certain amount of coins to be able to cheer. If the regular you cheered for wins, you'll receive twice the amount of coins you used to cheer. On the other hand, if the regular you chose loses, the coins you used to cheer will be lost. So, for example, you have these two that are going at it, and let's say the required currency is 500,000, right? And then you cheer for the left side. Cheer for the left side, and he wins. Then you get, 1 million gold coins. But let's say he loses, then you get nothing. You lose it all. GG. And then obviously you're able to change the cheer before the actual competition starts. This is your cheer selection time. It's 21 hours, so I believe it's going to be by the day. So as the rounds go on, from round 64, round 32, and all that, I think it will be like a day and a half between each section. Or at least that's what it appears to be. And then you can also check like replay and whatnot, see what they did and whatever. The top right. In the arena waiting room. The Daily Tower, check the latest news on who won and who became eligible for the high rank arena. And then Hall of Fame honor points will be distributed according to how far you made it to the preliminaries of the final round. Final ranking will consider how many points you accumulated. So you can see who won, who were the previous winners, and the rewards and all that. So that's pretty good. And then of course another 100 suspendium for seeing the explanation and what it is. In the achievement rewards, so you have rare borders distributed based on what rounds you rank in or achieve. So like if you achieve round of 64, you'll get this one. If you get into round 8, you'll also get this one. And then if you get to semifinals, you get this one. And you get to finals, you get this one. And then, of course, you get more. Like, you get these rare ones based on, how many times you beat in high rank arena, like rank 1. So these are going to be the rewards, those frames, and then these are the other rewards. So you have the round of 64. If you land in only there and you get defeated in round of 64, you get 300. And round of 32, 350. Round of 16, 400. Round of 8, 450. Semifinals, 500. Finals, 600. And if you are the winner, then you get 1,000. So yeah, and that's going to be your advancement rewards. And then the frames will be your achievement rewards, like basically after the whole thing is done. So yeah, that's basically how it's going to be, just how I stated, depending on what round you landed in, that's the one you're going to get. You don't get all of them. And then this as well. That's very interesting to me, the very last frame. That's going to be a rare frame, but like because you need to win High Ranker Arena 3 times. Yeah, like you got to be the whale. Like if you win 3 times, you're probably gonna win way more than 3 times going forth. But yeah, that's basically gonna be about it for the High Ranker Arena. Let me know what you think about it. Of course, not a lot of players are gonna be able to actually compete in it, but you can at least participate in it with the cheering and the waiting room and whatever. So at least it's not completely dead mode for a lot of players, but it kind of is, to be honest. You're just going to be cheering to get more gold if you're not in the top rankers. But yeah, that's about it. I think I covered everything. I'm still very curious on how the teams are going to be built for this. Maybe I'll make like a little guide for it. I'm not really sure because it's not really like a lot of players are going to be doing this. But maybe I might consider, see what character would be good for like Team 1. Maybe, I don't know. Maybe that is a hard. He'd kind of be crazy for just Team 1 like solo. It'd be difficult to kill him with his evasion and whatnot. And then maybe Team 2, you just kind of do like a little mix with like 2 characters that have really good synergy. And then your Team 3, maybe I'd probably go like, I don't know, like a warrior or a tank, and then a DPS and a melee or support. And then Team 4, and then so forth. And then obviously your Team 6 and Team 7 and Team 5 will all be, like full-on teams. Of course, you're going to need a lot of characters for this. So this is actually going to be for like the big top-end whales for sure. Like they're going to come out on top because they're going to have dupes for like almost every character. So you're going to need so many characters for this. You need a total of, let me do a little quick math. Got 1, 3, 6, 10, 15, holy, 20, 25 characters. Jesus, you need 25 characters to fully set defense formation and everything. That's kind of crazy. But yeah, I've been rambling on too much. Alright, that's going to be all for the video. I appreciate it. Y'all have a blessed day.